My name is Mrs. Adetayo. I am the interviewer for today's oral history project, and I'm one of the volunteers for the project. So you're welcome once more.
Thank you so much.
So can you please introduce yourself, ma, and your connection with the church?
So my name is Reverend Mrs. Patricia Sarpong, and I'm the wife of the president pastor of the church, Christian Gold House Ministry in Liverpool. I am also a busy mom of 3 triplets actually, and I run the sister charity, which is Gold House Hope for All.
Let's talk about the food bank at the church, ma. Not many churches do that. Why do you decide to run a food bank?
Okay, so the food bank, not many churches do a food bank, as you say, but we saw the need and we thought it was imperative for us to do so. It was actually the dream or the baby of Pastor Sarpong, and it came about due to the COVID when it was the lockdown period, and we saw the need that there were elderly people in the community who could not access like medication and groceries, etc. So we decided, or Reverend decided, to start. We started actually from the church coffers, just using money from that to buy groceries and things like that. And we ourselves, myself and Pastor, started off by delivering food parcels to people in their homes who were immobile or elderly or just single mothers, people who couldn't get out. And that's where it started. But it's not only solely about the food bank, Gold House Hope for All, which is the sister charity. We do extensive work, different programs impacting and empowering women and the youth in the community. And also we do holiday programs. Every holiday we run what you call HFA. It's Holiday and Food and Activities Program, which is also supported by LCVS in Liverpool and MPAC. So, and it's a really fantastic program because the children, they love it. They have lots of activities when they come. Like we have bouncy castle, we have arts and crafts, we have games, we have drama, a lot of interactive, and it gives the parents a respite, and also it keeps the children off the street.
You are a mother, a wife, a pastor Mrs. How do you cope with all of this, being able to run the charities as well?
Wow, it's very challenging. But as they say, women, we multitask. We are gifted with that, to multitask. So yes, it's challenging, but I just have to juggle the roles as best as I can and try to compartmentalize them as much as I can, because with having triplets, it's like 3 times, dealing with one baby. It's like multiply that by 3. It's not easy, but God has given me the strength and the grace to do it. I guess I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, which is what I always said that I would be, that I vowed to be. So yes, just from day to day, I find strength in Him and carry on, find some way to juggle it. And I also have help sometimes from people within the community or from the church who will offer them their time to volunteer, which I'm very grateful for.
So how can you assess the role the church has played so far in the community ever since you started the charity since 2018?
Well, so I think the church has been a great impact because the building, as such as we know, it's 152 years old now, I think. So it was in disrepair. It's like it was deteriorating. And when we took over, even we invited the local councillors, the MPs, and they came and they were delighted because this is like a landmark building in Liverpool. So they were very grateful because as the council is saying they don't have the money to refurbish. So they're grateful that we as a local church has taken up the responsibility, and it's like a great thing in the community. It's a heritage, it's a national heritage, Grade 2 listed building, and that we are endeavoring to bring it back to life or bring back its, restore it to its former glory, if you like. And we are also using it as a community hub to bring people together. So yes, everyone's quite happy, and people will stop by and say, oh, I remember my grandma was christened here, etc., or my grandparents were married here, baptized, etc. So people in the community, it's a good feeling. Everyone's happy with what we're doing here.
So what's your plan for these charities in the next 5 years, 10 years?
Okay, so in the next 5-10 years, hopefully, we would have gotten a bit further down the line with our restorations, maybe some funding, you know, from wherever, some generous destiny helper from somewhere, or yeah. So we will be further along, and also we're endeavoring to do like a soup kitchen so we can open up more and feed more homeless, because right now we do outreach, homeless outreach to the community, maybe once or twice a month, but we would like to do that more.
So talking about the international aspects of the church, can you please expatiate more on that?
Okay, so we have a branch in Ghana as well, with a very large congregation. As we know, back in Africa, Christianity is very prominent and it's taken quite serious. It's a big movement. There's a lot of people who are mainly Christians, who have Muslims as well, but in Ghana, where the church is, so it's quite a large congregation there. So we do have, and we're hoping maybe to have other branches here in the future.
So what lessons can we learn from the history of the church, and how might it be applied to other communities or organizations? As far as the church is concerned, from the history, what lesson can we learn?
Oh, so as we're doing this project, this oral history project, it shows that we need to preserve our heritage, because this church, we have had, now we're in the 21st century, we have had the chance or the opportunity to go to the local library and to get information on the church, which is 153 years old. If this wasn't curated or preserved by someone back then, we wouldn't have access to this information. So, and it is always good for us to keep cultural heritage alive, and for future generations, so they can know where you're coming from, where we are, and also in the future. So there's a comparative history connection, if you like. So it's good to preserve histories. First of all, I would like to say the generosity, what the history of this church, how it was built or how it started, was a gift back in 153 years ago from, I think it was a wealthy widow who found the need or saw the importance to make a donation for this church to be here. So if people could become more generous and more charitable, you know, to have things like these, it's very commendable, and it's something that more people should try and reach in our hearts to do, to, you know, support organizations or buildings like these, so that, you know, people can, from all walks of life, can come and, you know, use the space in a way that is positive, and just, yeah.
We've come to the end of the interview. Thank you once more.
You're welcome. It was nice talking to you today.